What is going on, everyone? D just here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay analysis. Today we got a nice game. 2 top 10 level players, standard match. Ooh, it's a goodie. Got a goodie for you baddies out there. Anyway, so this match right here, this took place on the map Lucifer. Whenever I hear this map, Lucifer reminds me of that Jay-Z song. Lucifer, Lucifer, da 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 ba da. Anyway, I like this map right here. I played it a few times back when it first started in Global League back in like September, October. I actually beat Starflash250 on this very map. I like to remind him once every day that it happened. And so it's a fun map, good memories. I don't think I've ever lost on this map. I've only played probably like 4 or 5 games total anyway, but I like this map right here. It is an old game. It's a 2 base versus 1 base with mountain ranges kind of separating everything. So you have a 2 base versus 1 base. However, I mean, there's an airport as well. Copters are semi-decent on this map as well due to all the mountains. But you have little choke points for the mountains. Artillery. Oh, baby, you gotta love artillery on this map. Yes, sirree. You're gonna see at least, if you don't build at least 2 artillery during the game, you're gonna lose. I'm just gonna say that right now. You need some artillery. Look at these choke points right here. Look at these little chokey points right here. Just choke, choke, chokety choke. The only little area where it's not chokey is this little middle area over there. And over there, even the battlecopters can weave in and out of the mountains, spraying Agent Orange everywhere. So you gotta watch out for that sort of stuff. Anyway, you can front shift as well, so it's not really one of those rigid 2 versus 1 bases. You can bring your 2 base over here, you can reinforce, etc. A lot of times there's battles in the middle, sometimes there's battles on the side, but sometimes it's so choky and you get an artillery proliferation on the weak side. Sometimes you actually move the battle to the middle to take over properties rather than try to shove your forces down your opponent's throat just because it's so choky. Hard to get that finishing blow to just finish off your opponent trying to get into their 1 base, even though the HQ is somewhat it's pretty defended over here, not very exposed. So it's most of the time you're going to win via the middle, via having map control and via having more properties rather than HQ capture or base locking in this map. Let me just get that out of the way. So artillery good, copters good. Another thing, mechs are actually good. So once you get the second base over here, mech stream is a real thing. Just mech streaming it the whole damn day. Sometimes you get 3, 4 mechs in a row, just like popping them. I mean, it's only taking like 2, 3 turns and you're already on the front lines of the 1 base over there. Sami, Adder, Cole, they're getting there even quicker than that. I love mechs on this map, usually from the strong side. I mean, you can put them on the weak side and plop them in your mountains around your HQ as well, but typically you're going to see mech spam coming from the strong side, from this forward base right here. This backward base, not so much, but this forward base, you can really abuse these mountains right there. Just immediately, you know, take a little shortcut to go to the front lines. Instead of having to funnel through this little funnily fun over here, you can just go straight to the top right there and get into the action. So I like mechs on this map, I like artillery on this map, and I like copters on this map. Therefore, it is a very difficult map to choose between Adder and Jake on this, because Adder, he loves copter maps, he loves mech maps. Jake, he loves artillery maps, he loves planes maps. There's a lot of planes here. This is one of those toss-up matches where I'm like, oh, Adder's so good, but Jake's so good, but Adder's so good, but Jake's so good. Ultimately, I opt for Jake, very slightly. I beat Starflash when he was Adder, playing as Jake, so I have some good memories as that. I just like how many planes there are, and I usually build 3 to 4 artillery a game when I play this map, if I recall correctly. So, slight edge to Jake, but if you get mech spam and you have Adder as a choice, that's perfectly fine. Cole, don't pick Cole. I mean, if you want a meme, you can, but... And Jess, oh god, don't choose Jess, because there's so many infantry battles right here. You have these little things off on the side where there's infantry battles, and you don't want to dedicate a vehicle fighting over here, okay? You want to dedicate your vehicles in the middle, so infantry battles can become, like, somewhat isolated, and since there's so many mountains as well, you're going to see a lot of infantry poking their heads up in the mountains and firing on other troops, so Jess is pretty bad. Infantry is so huge, which is why Sami, you might have noticed, both of these players chose Sami on this map. Now, why is that? Now, Sami has a bonkers usage percentage in this map. I think it's like 3 or 4 times the amount of times people choose Olaf, Max. Oh, if you choose Max, you're just asking to lose. Oh my god, artillery is so damn good. Like, just resign turn 1 if you choose Max. Do yourself a favor. Olaf is pretty good because there's very few roads, a lot of plains and forests, but Sami's just too damn good. She's gonna beat Olaf to a pulp, probably get between like 4,000 to 6,000 income advantage before Olaf even pops that scop. So you're going to want to be wary of that. So Sami, just a really good pick on this map. Typically the standard pick. That's why you see the Sami mirror right here. You typically see a lot of Sami mirrors. Occasionally you see a Sami versus Olaf matchup. You don't really see Eagle here. You don't really see Max here. It just doesn't make much sense. But the majority of the time it's Sami because the mech stream for one. The infantry isolation on the other hand is just another thing, and just contested properties, it's standard, so Sami is actually in tier 2 instead of tier 4, so she's actually good in non-fog, and just good in general here. I just really like Sami here. You're not really going to be using T-Copters or APCs, but just the mechs are so good and the infantry are so good. So Sami is typically the pick on this map just because the mech stream is an inevitability pretty much. And you're going to be using artillery, and Sami's artillery do actually not get that minus 10% damage like her other vehicles do, her direct combat vehicles. Sami, all around good pick here, can't go wrong. Olaf if you're feeling a little feisty, but you'll be a little bit down compared to most Samis. Now let's talk about these players. Starflash250, you guys know him from the Mech tournament, you know him from everything, he's just everywhere in Advanced Wars by Web. Got a cocky firebrand kind of guy, very I don't want to say hot-headed, but you know he's out there, you know, aggressive kind of guy, great player. I mean, you guys seen him win the Mech tournament the second season, and he got pretty far in the first season as well, so the second place. So you know he's good. On the other hand, we have Randomwayz, an up-and-coming player, a lot more. I don't want to say he's not patient, but he's more like cool-headed. He's just a nice guy. He doesn't get too cocky. I kind of like the juxtaposition between him and Starflash's personalities. You don't really see it too much in the reflection of the matches, just in terms of how they talk and in the rhetoric going on during these matches. So I kind of thought that was a little funny. But Randomwayz is a great player. He's beaten me a couple times. He went from like 1,200 to 1,400 in a matter of like a month. He's just kind of on the upswing right now. Great player. Mostly plays standard and doesn't really play fog. Starflash, as you guys know, also plays fog, but mostly plays standard. So we got an up-and-coming player versus an established player at Starflash250. And so, yeah, it's got the makings of a good game. 2 top 10 players. Lucifer. Ooh, it's going to get Lucifer on this map. It's going to be good. So anyway, without further ado, let's get this match on the go. Starting in the top, in the purple lightning, the Frenchies, we have Starflash. The bottom, in the orangies, love that orange, we got Mr. Randomwayz. First thing you do, grab that base, baby. There's a lot of options. There's no real chains in terms of the properties right here, which is kind of frustrating. So there's no obvious way. Should I capture this one first, or this one first, or this one first? Typically, I go for this one that Randomwayz is going for over here, just so you can get to the middle and get that early, so you don't get it too late when your opponent can interrupt with vehicles, with recons, with copters, with tanks, what have you. So typically, I go for the front properties first, even though they're all equidistant apart. I mean, you could go for this one right here, you could go for this one, you could go for, you know, it doesn't matter. Typically, you don't go for an early airport because T-Copters aren't that great. But yeah, as you can see, they're all going kind of aggressive. Starflash actually getting a day 3 recon. And you think that's probably a little strange versus Sami because that thing is not going to interrupt a cap that's already on its way. But it can do some damage, so, you know, it's a little interesting. I'm more partial to it when I am not facing a Sami. I like recons when I'm facing Sami in fog, but not as much in standard, so we'll see if we can put some good use to that. Let's see what Randomwayz's response is to that. So far, just picking up this properties, the recon coming in, infantry capturing, nothing too unordinary. I mean, Starflash got this property rather than this. Like I said, it really doesn't matter. Like, okay, if you get this one, you can get this property faster. This one, you can get this property faster. It really doesn't matter that much, to be perfectly honest, since there's no chains. Take what you want, do whatever the hell you want. It's a free, advanced world out there. Building, so this was a little confusing to me. Building a recon on the defensive. I know cardinal sins. Everyone knows the cardinal sins. It's like the 10 commandments. You don't build recons to fight recons. Recon on recon violence, big no-no. Thou shall not do recon on recon violence. Bad, bad. So I was kind of confused by that. Maybe putting on the offensive kind of mirroring. I mean, mirroring is a little, I look down a little bit on mirroring. Just because I like using your own creativity to create your own things and create some more dynamic play rather than just, oh, we do this and do a little dance with each other. And whatever, so a little confused by the recon on the weak side. I don't know really what it's gonna do. No real infantry up in the front line, so this thing is not gonna really interrupt anything. It's gonna have to go up here, then like shift to the middle if it wants to get some damage done. So who knows? But he built a recon on the defensive. Starflash, nothing to really follow up on that recon. This recon's just chilling, waiting for this infantry to move forward and try to get this property. So I guess it could go over here, but then it could actually start from the forest. So this infantry right here could go in this forest over here, but the recon probably just gonna plop on one of these 2 properties. It could have plopped its ass on one of these properties over here, but just chilling for now, maintaining flexibility. Yeah, so let's see what Randomwayz. Okay, so Randomwayz takes his recon and goes to the middle, a little flexibility, and seems like Randomwayz is like, okay, I'm not going over to this area because the recon's gonna snipe me, so I might as well go to the middle. Not really deviating too much from the main gameplay, and actually there is a chain right here, so this is a nice chain. You get the port, and then you get the property over here, or you get the property, and then you get the port. one of the few chains on this entire map. So not too bad, actually. So yeah, go for it, bruh. Didn't really matter that much. Getting a mech on the weak side, I do not agree with that. I don't agree with the tank or the recon, or the mech or the recon. I think you should have saved up for a weak side tank. Fought away this recon on day whatever 5, and then shifted it towards the middle instead of getting these two units that are seemingly kind of, I don't know, they don't really work well together. The mech moves 2 spaces, the recon moves 8. It's just not synchronization. I don't know if I quite agree with the build so far by Randomwayz, but let's see if you can make it work. So, this usually goes on to orange, and this usually goes on to purple, seeing as it's a 2-verse, 1 base over there. So let's see how it goes, if it follows the standard policy. So, Starflash already getting the property on the corner over here, whereas Randomwayz was stunted in his growth because of that pesky little recon. Day 3, baby. Day 3 recons better than day 4 recons, usually. See, recon violence. Starflash got the first strike, only did 3 damage, took back 2 damage. That was probably the biggest waste of a turn. I mean, it did its job in being a deterrent over there, but like, recon violence, in my humble opinion. Another recon too. So Starflash, half the time I don't know if this guy's memeing or just playing around or what. Another recon, he's showing triple recons. Oh, Enrique, the recon would be so proud of you, man. Okay, so this is a very interesting build so far. I'm curious to see how Starflash is able to keep this up. If I'm Randomwayz, you gotta build a tanker. Don't go double recons too. What is going on with these recons? There's not even that many roads. Once you get over here, there's like no more roads. Oh my goodness, the recons are out to play. There's just recons everywhere. They must have signed a contract before the game to build as many stupid little recons as possible. I mean, okay, this recon makes sense because Randomwayz could have captured this property over here, and there would only be 1 infantry to stop it. So this recon actually did a good job in serving as a deterrent. I like this recon. Bad recon. Good recon. Bad recon. Bad recon. Only a few recons are good recons. So, a little weird what I'm seeing so far on these 2 players. That's kind of why I like this game. A little unconventional. Recon trying to interrupt. Of course, it's not going to interrupt because it's a Sami infantry. It's going to capture that port. No problemo. No. Mr. Starflash cannot capture this property because he's got a recon on his ass and he's going to have an infi on his ass. So, that's a no-go. Okay, that's going to get interrupted. No problemo. Boom. And boom. Should have got the comm tower first. Look at that. Instant replay. Recon first, then captures the comm tower. You hate to see it. That might have been a kill otherwise. That might have been a kill. Not a huge deal, but just something I pick up on. You know, I notice when I scour the matches and I really look for something just to nitpick it. These guys are probably both better than me in standard, but I still like nitpicking. I like saying what's wrong. Just because everyone can improve, no matter what level you are. Mech chain starting up here. I like what I see. Tank. Now I'm starting to see what I like from Randomwayz. I don't know what the hell was going on there early with the recons on the weak side, but I'm starting to like what I see now. Makes a little more sense. Infantry flooding over here. These are covered, actually. You cannot attack this infantry without getting blasted by the mech. So this mech chain already being felt. Ooh, and it doesn't feel good if you're facing a mech chain. Does not feel good facing a Sami mech chain, especially when those mechs are in mountains, okay? Those things are hard as hell to kill, and they do a lot of damage. Ooh, I'm talking a lot of damage. A lot of money, a lot of Best Buy gift cards. Recon to recon violence again. You hate to see it. I honestly would attack that infantry. Why even? I'm just not. I don't understand some things. I would never, ever fight a recon to recon violence. Unless I had no other option. It's the last decision. It's either that or I bite off my left arm. Maybe I'll do a recon to recon violence. Other than that, no siree. Randomwayz. Behind early on the income, but didn't really talk too much about the income so far. I mean, Starflash looks like he's getting that no problem. It looks like Randomwayz is getting delayed on that because of this. Starflash has also prevented that due to the early recon, but now Randomwayz, like, nah, bruh. It was cool and cute while you held it on for a few turns, but now I'm back in business. Let's make that mech chain 1 more. Let's get another mechy. Let's get another mechy. Yeah, buddy, 3 mechs. 3 mechs, we're streaming. We're streaming. Yeah, okay. See this little weak side mech not doing jack shit though, so I don't know what it's supposed to be doing, but not doing too hot. This little recon over here, suiciding itself. I mean, the tank can attack from this property right here. This mech won't be able to reach it, so it's kind of whatever. Artillery's on the weak side for both Starflash and Randomwayz. You know how I feel about that. It would be so much better having an artillery on this strong side, but imagine a mech and artillery spam on the strong side. Oh, that just gets me going. That just gets me going. Yeah. So that tank, not afraid in the slightest of that mech, because there's no reinforcement from another tank or anything, just the mech. If he built a tank instead of artillery, which is pretty passive right now, he could have gotten 2 hits off on the tank and murdered it. But he's kind of paralysis analysising this mech over here. The mech has to attack either the tank or the recon. It can't do both, so he's probably going to opt to attack the tank, I would guess, even though the tank is in the forest. Actually, both of them are in forest. Pretty defensive. Starflash doing pretty good in the middle, delaying this property by Randomwayz as well. Starflash ahead by 2k. Looking pretty good in the property department, not gonna lie. Flashy. Showing flashes of brilliance in that opening. I like the early recon. That other one over here made 0 freaking sense, I'm not gonna lie. Building a copter as well. Notice Flash giving up that property as you should. I mean, you're not gonna hold it forever. You're facing a 2 base over there, let's be honest with ourselves. You don't want to be holding on to a property just in sacking a bunch of units and losing monetary value just for the hell of it. That's not what we do. It's about unit count, unit value. Income, after. Let's get that unit count first. Oh, beautiful. The nascent mech chain formulating. We're gonna be seeing some chains. This game gonna be off the chain. Oh. Mech going for this kill over here for the recon, or for the artillery defense over here, I suppose. A little interesting. I usually would go for the, I guess, oh, it didn't want to get in range of the infantry. That is why, because if it did attack the tank over there, it would die to the conglomerate of infantry afterward that would have no problem banging it till it dies. Healing the recons too. Man, these recons, they got longevity, okay? Ain't gonna lie. Usually you don't see mechs capturing things. Usually mechs don't capture, they just serve as a threat in the mountains. But here opting for the mech, so I'm assuming that infantry is going to attack, and I'm assuming that recon's going to attack as well. Maybe ensure a 2-hit KO. Actually, that recon can now only attack from here. So it will only be able to attack from one angle. So, oh, no, never mind. It will attack the recon from here, the infantry from here. We'll see what happens, actually. Let's just see what happens. Oh, trying to block that boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, no longer reach the mech. I like this little wall. Creative idea by Mr. Randomwayz. Reactive wall, saw it later. I don't think he realized that he had the 2-hit KO on his mech over there, and then afterwards, like, oopsie doodles. I need to protect that sweet little mech. Copter in immediately. Anti-air, not going to be there in time, but luckily, Mr. Randomwayz at least built that anti-air, unlike our friend, was it Haisaki or no, Ulsta forgot to build the anti-air the turn that the copter was built. You always want to build. I'm gonna waggle my finger like this. You're always gotta build the anti-air the turn that the copter shows up. Okay, that's just the rule of the land. Okay, that's the lay of the land. You gotta do it. That's just how it is. That's how it's been since your grandfather was doing the hokey pokey, alright? That's just how it is. You gotta do it. Starflash, super aggressive on these infantry over there. Nothing to really interrupt it either. There's nothing. Ooh. Free real estate. Free real estate. Starflash controlling the middle. No problemo. Not giving half the shit over here. Already just dominating the middle. Just snuck it in like that. That's what happens when you get pushed back on your weak side. Ooh. Randomwayz. Gotta be a little paranoid about that. Beep beep. Recon's coming in. Free hit. Where's the counterattack? There is none. Oh shit. Are we talking about triple Capian over here? We got a tank. Okay, we got a tank to stop there, right? And an infantry. Okay. Maybe it's not completely all too bad. Randomwayz, getting a little paranoid. Starflash, 2 tanks. Or 1 tank, sorry, in the middle over here. So if he does interrupt with that tank's gonna get a silo hit. Bam! Right onto that plane's tanky poo right there. It's not gonna be pretty. Assuming that tank can even reach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, still can reach, but a little dubious. Starflash bringing the walls too. Bringing his bold move. Bringing the anti-air on here. The tank can take a free hit on the anti-air. You know why it's not encouraged? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Barely barely. If you attack the tank from here, the anti-air will not be able to kill the copter. So if you get a free shot off on that artillery right there, the copter will actually get a free shot on the tank. It's a circle of life, and this anti-air will not be able to reach the copter in time for the counter attack. So not really as free as it seemed. Also, you'll be on a shoal, whereas this artillery is actually on a port with 3 defense. So, yeah, you don't want to take your tank getting a big old beating from a shoal tile, or any tile for that matter, for free. So, it might look like a free hit on this artillery right here, but it's actually a bit of a little trappy poo, okay? Just keep that in mind. However, Randomwayz, we equaled it up in terms of the income. Well, for this turn at least. Bringing in his troopies. Now opting to get this property by force, bringing in the artillery, bringing in the mech, bringing in the weak little recons over there. But the middle, basically all Starflash. Starflash, whatever, bro. I got the middle. You can have the sides. I don't really give half a shit. Do what you need to do. Infantry attacking a recon. You know, it's 2022. Some weird things are happening in this world. I guess that's just part of the whole equation. But now, Starflash, boom, boom, boom. 5,000 income lead. Day 11. Starflash optimized that opening. Just playing better so far. I liked most of the recons he built. Randomwayz, I liked one of the recons he built. The other one's super dubious. Actually, no, I didn't like any of the recons that Randomwayz built. I don't know what he was doing with those recons. Should have built a tank. And then the tank could have shifted in the middle and prevented this whole giving up the middle in the first place. So I don't know about that. But Starflash, going the offense over here, knows he's going to be in artillery range, knows that these 2 infantry are probably going to die a brutal death and never see their families or dogs or cats ever again. But that's a risk he's willing to take. Copter coming in. Nothing attacked the artillery over there, so the copter's like, whatevs, bro. Recon coming in. Honestly, I just combine these two. I guess they're serving as a wall right now. I mean, you could get some extra cat shit poo. Get yourself 800 smackers by combining these two. But, Starflash opting to keep that recon alive. It's low fuel. Guess we got some good use out of it. Best Buy gift card, candidate of the year, maybe? There's only one Best Buy gift card a year, though. That's why you gotta be candidate of the year for the Best Buy gift card. Now we're seeing the artillery spam. 1, 2, 3 artillery for Starflash. Just 1 from Randomwayz. Remember at the beginning I said you need to build list 2, 3, 4, etc. artillery. Starflash, checking off that box. Mr. Randomwayz, he needs to be thinking more artillery at this point. This is an artillery map. Super choky. A lot of mountains. A lot of mechs. Artilleries are good at plopping down mechs because mechs have limited movement. It's hard to get within artillery range without getting blasted the turn before. See this mech? Cannot reach the artillery. If it moves here, artillery range. So it cannot get within attacking distance of this artillery to attack the next turn unless you get a Sami power, unless you get an adder power, unless you get a coal power, etc. So artillery, good mech counters in my book at least. I like spamming artillery on this map, even if there is no mechs, just because artillery are so damn good on this map. Anyway, we should see some more proliferation of artillery in the coming days. Randomwayz, looks like he's going to get that property, finally. Uses his tank in the corner. Like I said earlier, you don't want to be sending your units into the corner over there because you basically give up the middle. But I guess Randomwayz already has given up the middle over there, so he's like, whatever, F it, bro. I'm just going in the corner over there. Gonna do my thing in the corner and come back once I get the property. So I'm only behind 4K instead of 5K. 4K is still a big deal, but not as huge as 5K. This is 14,000, 19,000 is a huge deal, man. If you have this for like 3 or more turns, you basically lost. So the clock is ticking. Mr. Randomwayz, moving it. He's doing a front shift. He looks like he's moving his strong side to the middle now. Looks like he's trying to get a little crescent moon going over here. Crescent moon over here. Moon the dog. And over here, he sees that there's going to be an artillery. He sees that the defensive tank is like, whatever. I'm shifting towards the middle. I gave up the middle. I need to regain the middle if I'm going to have any hopes of winning this game. Now we're seeing artillery strong side. Love it. But he's down 5K. He's going to have some counterattack. Let's see what Mr. Flash has right now. Randomwayz. He's ahead. Unit value. He's ahead. Unit count. Behind quite a bit. Unit. Income. So. Copter. Attacking the anti-air. Why? Because that, my friends, is what you call a power sack. Wants to get the power. Sacks the recon. Tank comes in. Now, why does he want the power? I can bet a certain body part that he wants to attack that. Power popped. What's the first thing he does? Hashtag knew it. Hashtag knew it. I don't know why there had to be a hashtag in front of there, but... And this is a little random. There's no way you're capturing that HQ. I kind of like... So, Sami's power is often overlooked. A lot of people are just like, I need the victory march. I need to get the extra properties. That's how I win. Okay, that's fine. I mean, Victory March is one of the most overpowered CO powers in the entire game. Not gonna lie. At the same time, though, double time, a well-placed double time, getting those mechs to, like, one-shot a bunch of shit. They one-shot tanks on roads, maybe even planes, when you have a comm tower using double time. It's no joke. Those things get scary. Sami mechs on double time, even hell, infantry on double time, attacking other infantry, they're gonna blast some shit to smithereens. So, I'm a double time lover. A double time lover, not a double time. Unless I'm like, yeah. So, being pretty defensive over here on the weak side is Starflash. And Randomwayz senses that he's probably going to capture this property next turn, capture this property as well. Looks like Starflash is basically given up completely on his weak side over here. Opting to go all out, just full pedal to the metal. Let's get this shit settled. That was actually a rhyme off the top of my head. Thing going on right now. Building a medium tank over here. Just foot on the gas. Let's get this going. Oh my god, there's like at least 12, 13 units over there, and Randomwayz has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cutting off over here. So Starflash getting near double the amount of units over here. So Randomwayz is going to have to get a good front shift going on, or at least pressure on the weak side and kind of equalize it, maybe do his own threat to the HQ as well. Randomwayz does have the advantage of having the power. He can save up for a victory march and think of some HQ cap ideas or just capping everything in general. Let's see what he does. Will he opt for the double time, or will he opt for the victory march later on? Captures the property, opts for the double time. Now 4k behind after capturing this property. Let's see what he can do with the double time. Ooh, it didn't even die. Tank comes in. Nope, not quite a kill. Not going to be able to interrupt this. So it looks like Starflash actually going to be able to get this property over here. Right on the doorstep of Mr. Randomwayz. However, Randomwayz looks like some counterplay is going to capture these two properties over here. That's too ambitious. There is a artillery locking down that. Maybe the port. Maybe capturing his port back. Actually, this infantry can reach that port over there if it so chooses. But Randomwayz get a little scary on his weak side over there. But he's front shifting towards the middle, kind of just forsaking everything over there, which is fine. I like this infantry wall with the mech guarding everything as well. That's kind of cute and kind of cool at the same time. Building the mech chain. The mech chain halted for a bit. I don't know what really happened. I think I would have kept that mech chain going. You know, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go. Like mechs. So, I don't know if that double time was really worth it. It didn't really accomplish that much. I think Starflash's double time accomplished a lot more than Randomwayz's double time. It felt like very reactionary and just wanted to get on the fun. Hey, he's using it. I'm going to use my double time too. Like, nah, I would have saved up for Victory March. You're getting these two properties anyway. Save up for a Victory March. Capture these vulnerable properties. Hell, maybe you can even sneak a comp tower. That'd be cool. But now Starflash ahead 6k temporarily. 6k temporarily. But who cares about income when you're knocking on the doorstep of Mr. Randomwayz over here? Gonna capture this property back. Hell, there's 2 artillery over there and a big fat old medium tank as well. I don't know why it's fat or it's old, but just trust me on this. It is fat and it's old. Next up, we got some infantry. Super defensive. Who gives half a shit? We're super defensive. But there's no threats. There's no tanks. There's no nothing. Mech can't reach. This tank can be chilling. Probably build an infantry over here. Build something big and beefy over there. Save up some money. And we have our first meme unit of the match. A blackboat. 7k down the drain. 7.5k down the drain because Starflash does not want this infantry capturing this property. Starflash saved up a lot of money though. He only built 3 infantry and a blackboat, spending 10k of his 20k income. So very curious. I guess he just wanted to have a blackboat. I think they have extra movement too. I mean, it has no use at all. You can do laps around the shoals if you want. 1 extra movement for Sami blackboat. So woohoo. But that'd be pretty cool flex. Just like instead of moving one space, you're like, whoop, boom. That's what I definitely would do if I had the choice. So Blackboat, very memey. Don't quite understand it, but Starflash, he's crazy. He's insane. He's insane in the membrane. Who even knows what he's thinking these days? Maybe he's getting too cocky. Another thing in mind, keep in mind, Starflash can get cocky. Now we're building our rockets over here. We're getting defensive. It's getting a little scary over here. Getting a little scary on the weak side. So I understand the appeal of this rockets over there. Randomwayz ready to lock this down. Wants already in range of that city over there. You want to lock this shit down. I understand the rockets here. Don't really have any qualms with it. Getting in the artillery in range of this black boat. Very curious. He's probably like, what the hell is Starflash doing? It's day 13. I guess he has like an income lead. He only has a 2k income lead. So after that shift over these properties over here, 2k might go to 3k or might go to 4k soon. But this could be threatened. This is probably not threatened. So the only real threats are these properties over here, these three by Randomwayz. Starflash is going hard on the offensive over here. So let's see what Starflash does. Starflash has 27,900 funds in the banky poo over there. His piggy bank is bursting at the seams. That's a real fat oinker if I've ever seen one. Anyway, the medium tank coming in. The mech's coalescing. They're not really getting too aggressive. They're not pushing on the HQ. They're not pushing on the base. They see the rockets. They're like, yeah, let's chill. Tank. I think the tank would. We'll see if it moves, but it will be. This will be able to be interrupted if the tank does move. Although this anti-air will be able to punish a copter assist on that property. So let's see what happens there. Now, something you might notice here: 27,900 income. That's close to a certain unit that could happen. Combining a unit here randomly. Now we're at that mysterious 2,800. I wonder why. Want to see why? Battleship, baby! In range of an artillery, mind you. That is one of the ballsiest battleships I've ever seen. In the face of an artillery, in the face of rockets that can go on the HQ as well. In one turn. That ballsy-ass battleship, baby. Oof. That's feisty. That's feisty. Triple base skip, too. Starflash is not building any infantry units this turn. He's already behind on unit count. Head on unit value. Head on unit value. Head on unit count. Head on unit value. I don't even know what I'm saying, but he's behind on unit count, ahead on unit value, ahead on income, and now he's making the unit value disparity even worse. This is a gamble by Mr. Starflash. He's feeling good. He's crazy. He built a mega tank that worked one time in the Mengs tournament versus Dead FS, so, you know, you just gotta trust him, alright? I think it's weird as shit. I wouldn't pull that, but, you know, it's Starflash. He's channeling his inner LVJD. He is YOLOing it. He's like, you're gonna have to punish me for this, alright? I dare you to punish me. First thing Randomwayz does. 3 damage to this tank, or this battleship over there. Granted, that's like 8,000 damage worth right there, just because of how expensive the battleship is. It's gonna have to spend 5,600 next turn just in repairs, getting rid of that complete income advantage over there. 4K, or 2K income advantage, soon to be 4K. Even that 4K won't cover the repairs of 5,600 right there. So that battleship better be doing some good work. It's gotta pay for itself. I mean, that's a huge investment. Now, infantry, just, I don't even know. That's kind of weird. The tank withdrew, to attack, I guess, do another 2,800 damage. But this artillery, I mean, this infantry is just dead. So we'll see what he can do with that. It sounds like he's trying to surround the battleships who can't even move. Although I don't think you'd want to move anyway, because you'd go onto a shoal, and then you would also have to deal with having 0 defense. So this black boat actually can repair it, bring that battleship up to 9 HP after it gets up to 8 from the repairs. So it can actually repair, and what would that be? 5,600, then another 2,800, that's like 8,400 or some shit. That's a lot of mun-muns, okay? Not gonna lie. Building another rocket. We have rocket proliferation. This is the Cold War Part 2 over here, okay? We got some mass destruction over here. First, the battleship on the front lines with a bunch of other random shit as well. Starflash still outnumbering Randomwayz ever so slightly now, but they're shifting the units over here. Shifting. Actually, Randomwayz could probably punish over here because Starflash only has 3 infantry and a rogue-ass artillery over here. Probably capture some of his properties, maybe even capture this. Actually, the artillery is blocking that, but maybe this property over here. Ideas for the next victory march, for the next double time. Yeah, I mean, that's not happening. You attack from the mountain, you attack from the plane, then this tank comes in and attacks right there. So I don't really agree with that. That capture right there, I think that's a little balls to the wall. A little bit of a Meng's infantry, if I have to say so myself. But all is not lost. Randomwayz fighting pretty valiantly. Ahead on the unit value now, despite being down God knows how many K for so long. Let's just look at the stats. Randomwayz. He went first. So Starflash actually is a full, like, $20,000 more total generated funds. Probably 25,000 more generated funds. And Randomwayz slightly ahead on the kills to deaths. Just very slightly, only about 3,000. 3 infantry, that's basically nothing. Yeah, 8 infantry kills to 5 infantry killed. So, bitch barely ahead of Starflash in the kills to death. Although Starflash did take more damage by virtue of... If you're just doing damage instead of deaths, the battleship took a lot of damage. So he has more damage done than kills. So, yeah, we'll see Randomwayz fighting valiantly, despite having that early income disadvantage. And looks like he's base skipping as well. These rockets aren't cheap. Rockets ain't cheap, bruh. Tanks coming in, filling me a little tanky poo chain. Protecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you can... okay. That's a little dubious. That's a bit dubious. Yeah. I saw that shit coming a mile away, and you can't attack from the base because then you're base locked. That was a dubious turn there by Randomwayz. He was holding his own pretty well for a bit, but that was just a bad wall. Just a bad wall by Mr. Randomwayz. Like I said, easily interrupt that cap. No questions asked. Starflash even sneaking his little Frenchman over here to the corner, trying to slip it in. And even the infantry attacking from the mountain on the rockets is looking extremely dire for Mr. Randomwayz. Blackbolt is not healing the... Blackbolt heals the thing after it fired on the tank for God knows what reason, but he's probably got some reasons. Probably the reason being he forgot. So, yeah, Starflash bringing the infantry back. Doesn't want any ideas from Randomwayz. Sneaking in an HQ cap because, these things are proliferating, these bars. An HQ cap... I mean, move this mech forward one more space right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good game. You sack all your units over here. You sack all your rockets, etc. You got to be very careful about HQ cap on this, especially versus Sami. Those mechs, they can move through those mountains easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So, Randomwayz, let's see what he does. This is looking like an overwhelming force over here. We got medium tanks. We got 2 artillery. We got battleships. What can he do? Another double time on the defensive. Let's see what he can do with this double time. Well, he can reach that artillery. That's one thing. Let's see what he does first. Rockets first. Boom! Battleship gone. Just like that. Look at all that sweet income. Bye-bye. Honestly, would have killed that before I popped double time. Maybe it was a roll. Maybe it's a roll. Maybe if he didn't do it, it was a roll. But I would have liked that extra charge from killing the battleship. Personally, Starflash gained a lot of charge from that battleship dying, though. Not gonna lie. And then... Move this damn little thing over here. Get that mech killing there, baby. Kill that artillery. Let's go. Let's see where he puts the rockets. There you go. Capturing the port. Mech's coming in. Boom. Infantry coming in. Boom. Nice little counterattack by Randomwayz. Little shaky wall over here. Luckily, the battleship is gone. There's no artillery over here as well, so they're not going to get multiple attacks. Just these mechs and these tanks over here. But Starflash is very close to a victory march. That is scary. Luckily, there's units all around the HQ for the most part, but Rockets don't have great defense. He's got the double time defense over there of +10, but it's still scary. I mean, Starflash is right up in your ass, and he's got a victory march coming soon. And yeah, so, but look at Randomwayz. He's doing good on the unit count, 30 to 25. That was a pretty dominating turn, not gonna lie. He's been behind income the entire game. Yet, keeping it close by that beautiful kills to death ratio. Popping 2 cops. But Starflash, gonna get that easy with the victory march. Gonna get that easy with the victory. No, actually, he can't reach that one. But he's gonna get that one easy. Not easy. He's not gonna be able to kill it, actually. Actually, victory march might not be so easy recapturing properties. He's gonna get this one easy. So let's see what Starflash can do. Will he pop the victory march? Will he do a double time? Attacking randomly. Tank attacking. Looks like he's going for charge at this point. Not gonna lie, just random bad engagements. Looking for charge, it seems. Just looking for that sweet charge. 5,000 charge needed. Tank comes in. Okay. Infantry sacks itself. Only need 3,250 charge. Boom. Sack the infantry there. Sack the infantry there. This really reminds me of that match I had versus X12345, where he just like went for my HQ cap. He was like, died. He sacked his infantry at 2 HP. He sacked his infantry at 3 HP. He sacked like... I love these little things. Dead. 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 But you're for the greater good. Boom! Then you get it. Then the infantry gets the 2 damage off of the rockets. Starflash. Oh, lordy, he's only 950 away. With that tank hit, boom, that's gotta be enough. Victory March incoming. Will this hold to the Starflash Victory March? If it doesn't hold, he wins. If it does hold, Starflash might have ideas of capturing this property. He can't capture this property. He's going all in on this HQ cap right here. If he doesn't capture the HQ right now, Randomwayz is going to have a really strong counterattack. Like, if he doesn't finish the game right here, like, these were bad engagements. He's going to be able to clean up these units. This unit's going to kill this unit. This unit's going to kill this unit. This mech is going to kill this tank over here. Like, these were bad engagements. This artillery's going to get blasted. Like, everything's going to die. So he better bet a certain body part that he can finish this off. Medium tank going for the 2 HP tank kill. Little curious. But then I think Starflash's main idea comes in. Does this mech, at a superpower, kill a rocket at 8 HP with a power pop with 10 extra defense? So this has 50 defense at 8 HP. However, I don't even know what Sami gets. 40%? 50% increase in firepower? I think it's like 30, 40 something. I don't even know, but let's see what happens. And we have this one over here. Will it KO? Will it KO? It does. And just like that, bam, Victory March, assassination. I love Victory March assassinations. I didn't think it would happen this turn, to be perfectly honest. I didn't know if he had it in him. I don't know. I think that might have been a roll with the mech. But otherwise, that was pretty well executed by Starflash. He went all in balls to the wall, though. If that didn't work out, that left at 1 HP. Oh, Lord. He's going to have a real rough time fighting Randomwayz after this turn. This rocket's going to fight that medium tank over here. This copter's going to come in and attack the mechs or whatever. This is going to murder another mech. Everything over here is dead. You're going to capture this property. You're going to capture the port. You're going to capture this property. Starflash should be thanking the gods that he got that roll there. If it was a roll. I don't know if it's a roll. I'll put it in post-production if it was a roll, if it wasn't a roll. But he should be very happy that it worked out for him right there. Randomwayz. He put up a hell of a fight right there. I'm not going to lie. He put up a hell of a fight despite being down in income the entire game. He never once had an income lead. He was like tied for income like 1 or 2 turns max behind Starflash the entirety of the game in income, but really making it work. Let's look at the statty poos. This is because just look at this. Like Randomwayz better in terms of stats. I think Starflash should show even better. Yeah, just like glitching, but oh lordy, man, you would right here. Definitely Victory March easy, but here it looked pretty solid to me, especially with the 10% defense. But Starflash able to make it work with that special little infantry, little Sackaroonie right here. Boom, 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 boom. Wanted to make sure he had those mechs available. He wanted to have 1 mech for the tank. I wanted to make sure he had 1 mech for the HQ. Ended up working out for him in the end. Boom! So where did everything go wrong? Recons. Why? Why? Over here, let's see, where can he put he has 6k, so he won't be able to build a tank this turn. So unfortunately, right here, you're probably going to have to park your infantry right here. You're going to have to give up the middle temporarily, or you're going to have to go to your HQ, then go there 1 turn later. Unfortunately, I know it sucks, but that's just how it is. Yeah, you want to, because this recon will reach you. Actually, wait, what? Oh, yeah, so you want to go to this forest over here. The recon will not be able to reach you here. It'll probably plop itself there, which is annoying. Actually, this day 3 recon is a lot more powerful than I thought. Day 3 recon, new meta, or maybe it's the old meta. I haven't played this game since freaking October or something. Day 3 recon looking pretty damn strong here, even for Sami. So, Yeah, so maybe I wouldn't have done this. I would have built a tank or a mech or something, probably a tank, and then opted to just be defensive. Give up some stuff for a few turns, but maybe build your own recon on the defensive or on the offense over here with your 2-base. Although, like I said, I don't like mirroring. Mirroring's for losies. So a little curious, but I mean, I guess this defended the infantry from going over there, but I didn't like it. It wasn't the worst, but then the second one that just sealed the deals. Like the first one, I didn't like it. Second one, like Lord have mercy on my soul. What the hell is going on? What is this thing even gonna do? What did it even do? It chilled there, attacked one infantry, and then basically died. That's basically all it did. It attacked one. It didn't even interrupt the cap. It brought it down to 5, and he still captured it anyway. The second recon, it didn't decide the game. I think the first recon was a mistake, an inaccuracy. The second one was a blunder. No way to window dress this shit. That was a blunder in the biggest sense right there. That second recon was dummy dumb. Randomwayz, smart player. Second recon, dummy dumb. I didn't like how there wasn't any artillery on the offense over here. He never put any pressure on Starflash because he didn't have any artillery. You need to put artillery pressure over here. Never had any artillery pressure. Moved it over the middle to do the battleship crap over here. You need mechs, you need artillery, then you can do a lot of pressure. Look, mechs, artillery, Starflash did it well. Randomwayz had one of the ingredients. Had the mechs, had the infantry, did not have the artillery. Did not build enough artillery until it was too late. He only had 1 artillery. When I said at the beginning, if you don't build 2 or more artillery, you lose. Exhibit A right here. Exhibit A. I mean, the rockets are cute and all, but you need the artillery. Artillery just cheap. They're good. Just put them in the little nook over here. Put them in a little nook over here. When I was facing Starflash, I put all my artillery over here. I had them like behind this mountain right here. Bunch of infantry and medium tanks and shit. And as Jake, yeah, good luck. Get the artillery on the offensive over here. Starflash, if he wanted to, he could put the artillery over here, but he opted for the HQ cap instead. Could have moved these artillery over here behind this this mountain range over here in the city. Artillery just so good. We saw minimum copters this match. I think that we only saw 1 copter from each. So copters are pretty good, but not as good as artillery, not as good as mechs on this map. So yeah, Randomwayz, that recon, man, and then just giving up the center, like right here as well, at the end. I mean, I guess he can move his tank over here instead. Oh no, he just built it that turn. Yeah, this is why artillery on the weak side, passive. If you had a tank here, you can move it over here, threaten to do some stuff. Since this is so damn passive, you can't do shit. You have to wait 1 turn. Gave up the tempo, easy. This one, probably preventable. These ones, easy. That's why you don't build artillery on the weak side. You need to have at least some pressure on the defensive to make sure your opponent just can't grab everything. I love artillery, but I love artillery on the offensive right here. Look at all these opportunities behind the nooks and crannies, behind all these mountains and stuff. I mean, you can put artillery here eventually. Like, he just put it in the corner over there, and it didn't really do jack shit. Actually, it died. Actually, he built 2 artilleries. What I'm talking about. 1 over here and 1 over there. But at the end, that one just got brutalized by a mech. So, yeah. Artillery are passive, man. I'm going to say it every single game. I feel like it. Artillery are better on the strong side than the weak side. Look, Starflash built 2 artillery on the strong side. He built 1 on the weak side. He caved in a little bit just to defend this 1 property, but you want to have more artillery on the strong side, not on the weak side. And unfortunately for Randomwayz, opted for the artillery. And then Starflash got into a position of power where he had so much income, so much map control, he could just meme however he wanted, and he just kind of memed on him and built a blackboat and battleship. The blackboat battleship was completely dumb. I'm not going to window dress this as well. It was just dumb, but it was funny, it was interesting, it was entertaining. So I'm not going to knock him for that, because he can do whatever the hell he wants. If he wins, do whatever the hell you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you win, but if you blow it after this, you got to be very well embarrassed. You're going to have your tail between your legs walking home from that loss. So, if you're going to do something ballsy like this, if you want to showboat a little bit, with a battleship, you want to make sure 100% you're going to win. I think Starflash definitely had a winning board state at this point anyway, so at this point. But by turn 14, or turn 15, I mean, Starflash won turn 16, so you know he could do whatever the hell he wanted, so it made sense. But yeah, this is Lucifer. Now you know why Sami's so damn strong. We have an HQ cap, even though it seems so defensive with these mountains right near the base. Only 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away from the base, still limited by HQ capture. That's how strong Sami is. Imagine if you're Olaf, though, and you don't have any of these double times to stop these mechs. You're going to get your ass steamrolled by a good, well-played Sami over here. You're not going to get any of the contested properties versus a well-played Sami. So, now you know why Sami's so damn good. Why are you so strong. The day 3 recon. If you guys get this map, I recommend it on your strong side. It looks pretty damn good from what I'm seeing from Starflash. Maybe you copy some of these openings. I like what I saw from Starflash. He definitely played this a lot better than we both played. I think we were both 1,200 back in the day. We were both a lot worse than we are now. Starflash now a 1,500 player, so he knows what he's doing. Day 3 recon, look sleek, look nice. So hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys enjoyed this match, and now you know how to play Lucifer. And I'll see you guys next time.